Hey guys, this is the Gemmy Fan here on Gemmy Master Electronics, and what you're looking at here is an extremely rare and hard to find model of the Floating Ghost series. This is the floating black skeleton ghost. Now, these particular models are more notorious to be the standard white skeleton ghost like I showed in the previous video. Those are the ones you see everywhere. Now, this one is extremely uncommon. I purchased this off of Donovan for around 45 bucks because he really needed to pay off his dad. He was in a huge hurry to get the money. And I was like, hey, you know, if you want to do it, that's fine. I'll pay you right now. And he was like, all right. Now, everything works fine on this, but here's the thing that kind of makes me a little bit curious and concerned, but not exactly concerned, but you get what I'm saying. He works fine. And aside from the one LED on the very end, being slightly burned out, it still works, but I don't have any blue LEDs at the moment, so I'll probably replace that in the near future. But here's the thing that sort of kind of catches me off guard. He's not sound or motion activated. The sound sensor and the motion sensor do not work. I don't know why. I really can't explain it. But when you press the orange button, he activates just as he should. Now, I don't really want to take this model apart to really go into like full extensive repairs, although I may end up having to, because I do want it to work on motion and sound sensor, because he doesn't work on either one of them. Even though the switch is on the on position, you know, for him to be sound and motion activated, he does not work on those functions. So sooner or later I'm going to have to go in there and repair that or find out why exactly that part of it is not working. But if it's something to do with the board, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even going to touch it. It's just going to be a push button activation for the rest of its time, because I just don't want to ruin it, you know. And this is the most overpaid for a floating ghost, so I really don't want to throw that money to the side and say, oh, you know, it's fine. You know, I paid 45 bucks for this. It's quite a lot of money for one of these. Although I do see some of them go for like 60, 70 to 80 bucks. You know, those Dawn of the Dead especially, but this one has only been spotted twice. The first one is from Jordan or Joby Videos. He's had his ever since he's seen one new in stores. I personally never saw this model, but I saw everything else out there, you know, like the green-eyed, you know, the green-eyed Reaper, Ghost, Skeleton, Reaper, you name it, Dawn of the Dead. I saw all those. But never saw this guy. He was distributed at Walmart in the year 2004 exactly. Because he has the QC pass, just a standard circular one with no specific date. So he's 2005 and under, but I know that this is 2004 because Jordan said he got his in particular in 2004 and he never saw them the years afterwards. Now the only ones that I remember actually seeing at Walmart were I believe the white skeleton ghost and the female ghost. I did see the female ghost at Walmart and I saw the green-eyed Reaper at Walmart. That's all I saw. I never saw this guy. Maybe I just looked him over, but from what I can tell, nobody else has this. So, as far as I know, I guess 2 to 3 have been spotted since, and I'm very happy to have this in my collection. It's a great addition to my starter collection, I guess you could say, of floating ghosts. I forgot how many I have by now, but eventually I'll do a collection video with them all sounding off, and, you know, stuff like that. Now, detail-wise, he's in excellent shape, and I guess I'll go ahead and show you, get a close look on him. This is the LED that's slightly burned out, so once Jordan mails me the new blue LEDs, I'll be able to replace that. Now, like I said, the sound and motion sensor does not work. So you can see it's on right now, and nothing. So basically, it only works if you push that little yellow button there. So eventually, I'm going to go in there and investigate, but if it's one of those resistors or something like that that's going bad in the board, that'll be a project for another day, because I don't really want to get into any extensive projects until I move to the new place. So with that being said, we'll get a good detail on the face here. As you can see, it looks really nice, but the paint on this is extremely fragile. Now you could literally get your fingernail and scratch the paint off of its eyes, so that's how fragile it is. And this skull in particular, I have to say, was used on the 1993 to 1997 Shaking Spirits ghost. You know, one is just saying, said Happy Halloween, then it laughs. And then the later models, which actually had the floating ghost sound in 2007 to 2010. But yeah, that's really it. It's kind of a yellowish brown color with the, it's like a reddish brown for the eyes. It's really, really cool and really cool, like really detailed for that matter. But yeah, just really happy to own this. I know Donovan did a video on this guy, but I also figured I'd do my own review. Since also his hands have been fixed, his cloth has been fixed, because before then, the way he got it, the cloth was like overlapped, and it was overlapped in his hands, and the pole was backwards, so I fixed all that and was going to just show it, you know, the way it is now. So yeah, that's honestly all I have to say about it. So I'll let this thing do the rest, so without further ado, I'll show it to you. And we'll do it one more time with the lights on. And now I guess we will get a good view of this thing while the lights are off. And we'll do it one last time before we end this review. Pretty scary. So like I said, it's not as, the lights on it are not very bright on this, but then again, this is a really dark colored ghost, so it's kind of hard to see in the dark anyways. I mean, the rest goes for the Grim Reapers and everything else. But I have to say, like I said, the white skeleton, if you really want to get one that shines really, really bright in the dark, the two that I would personally recommend is the white skeleton ghost and the floating friendly ghost. Those are really, really good. They look awesome in the dark. So yeah, anyways, that pretty much concludes this review of the Gemmy animated, pretty hard to find black skeleton ghost. Thanks for watching.